My life since I entered the UFC has changed dramatically. You know, when I first got into the UFC, I was living in my parents' basement with my wife, and they just had my daughter, and it was kind of up in the air with what direction my life was going to go. Do I get a job, you know, and provide for my family, or do I chase this dream? And then I ended up, you know, sticking through and chasing the dream, and it worked out. I won the belt. Every single one of my camps since my first MMA fight are pretty much the same. You know, I trust in Longo. He kind of helps me put together, you know, a schedule, and I just come to practice and work as hard as I possibly can. Training full time, you know, especially for these championship fights, or every MMA fight I've ever had, it feels like it's the end of the world for me. That's a must win, and it's where I'm at still. And juggling, being a father and a husband, is very hard to do when you're training as hard and as much as I do. When you finally get home and you do have time to be with them, it's not the best time because you're exhausted. You know, you're in between workouts, or you're getting home late from a late workout, and you're barely I barely keep my eyes open when I'm training hard. So in between workouts and after work and after my last workout. So. It's definitely hard to make time for them. It's definitely a huge sacrifice that I have to make in order to be the best. But Lyoto Machida obviously is an awesome test for me. He's very elusive, very smart. He's been in there with some obviously big name fighters and some top guys. Very experienced, quick, unorthodox. So I definitely have my hands full, but I'm excited for the test. And I am not at all ready to lose. And this is not where my road ends. I'm going to keep winning. So when it gets to focus mode on my car ride over to the workout, it's pretty much, you know, I got to dominate this workout. You know, there's so many times where I'm going to a workout and the human emotion of trying to make excuses on why I should take this workout a little easier than usual. It creeps into your mind, and I've made a habit of pushing those thoughts out. And no matter what, come in here and work as hard as I possibly can. Well, 2 or 3 times a week, just straight wrestling. So I have guys this time I haven't been going to Hofstra as much, which is really 2 minutes down the road. The wrestlers been coming here. So it's the same thing, I've just been wrestling at my gym. But I do straight wrestling. I do takedowns into, you know, I'm trying to pin the guy and tilt him, and, you know, they can't, you know, work their guard. They have to try to get up to their feet. And same thing with me. If I get taken down, I gotta be working my feet. I think it brings a different type of cardio and toughness that helps in every element of the game, and helps my sparring and helps my jiu-jitsu. So wrestling is my bread and butter. It's what got me to where I'm at. Whether I'm knocking a guy out or not, wrestling is my main focus. After weigh-ins, after I eat my food and I wake up in the morning the day of the fight, I get nervous. It's just one of those things where you bring your family. You know, I have my family, I have my kids, my wife, my parents, my sister, and everybody's around me, and they're just praying for me. I get real emotional because it's just, you know, I have no idea what's going to happen in the fight. I've worked so hard, and just that feeling of you have no idea what's going to happen. You know, it's such a big moment for you and your family. You know, win or lose. I just want to say to all my fans out there that supported me throughout my career, I really appreciate it, and I'm gonna make sure to prove you guys right on July 5th, so you could, you know, put in all your friends' faces that were doubting me. We'll get through this fight, and we'll have some good fights to come.